Alright, welcome to this HoNCast.com presentation. I'm Breaky CPK and I'm gonna be your shoutcasting host. Joining me is Phil the Thrill of the HoNCast staff, and this is the TMM number 773. And we have Team Lag versus Team D1 Danny. This is gonna be a best of one series. So, first thing first, I'm joined by Phil. How you doing, Phil? Oh, well, you know, Breaky, this game's gonna be pretty interesting. I mean, like, we already see, like, Legionnaire gonna get picked, my favorite hero in the game, so, and, it's my favorite because it's actually the best hero in the game, so I'm actually gonna see some big plays for sure this game, so I can't wait to see. And then, like, on the other side, we see a Gemini picker, which is pretty rude, like... We're actually gonna nerf Gemini in like a couple days, and somebody actually has the guts to pick him right now, so... I mean... Phil, what do you think? What are your thoughts about Gemini? Well, like, Gemini, kinda... Like... I mean... It's gonna be hard to stop Gemini right here, because, I mean... He has a pretty good team. He has Gemini, and also, like, when they both hit level 6, there's gonna be, like, 7 heroes on the Hellborn side, so it's gonna be pretty hard for them to... For the Legion side to, like, balance it out. Yeah, you're right, Phil, that's pretty... Well, actually, that's not really what's gonna happen, Phil. Like, Wild Soul is not really... Like, his bear is not a hero. Well, I mean, Bricky, like, we saw it, like, last game we casted. I mean, Wild Soul is just way too strong. Like, what the fuck? How can you say he's not another hero? Well, I mean, since the return nerf, Wild Soul is kind of bad. He's pretty decent. So we're gonna have to see some big plays from Wild Soul to actually like return the hero to the scene. But hey. Yeah, so for the teams, we're actually gonna see Polywog solo bottom lanes. I mean Flint solo mid, but Flint's actually, like, he's the captain, he's blue, so he's actually calling out some shots, and he's actually spreading out the knowledge and, saying, wait, maybe you should solo mid Polywog. So, like, the Polywog is like heading mid right now because it was the right idea, like. Flint gets more range at bottom, so he can, like, survive and stuff, because, I mean, Polywog has nothing to survive bottom, and he's gonna get denied all game and shit, so... I mean, Lag is a great player, he's a big strategist, like, big mind for the game, so... We're actually gonna see his exploits this game yet again. Oh yeah, for sure, I mean, Lag, like, you know him, I mean, I know him, you know him, we know him, they know him, like, everyone knows him, so... I mean, the Hellborn team is probably really scared right now of this blue player, so... we're actually gonna see Madman mid, probably, unless they actually go for Gemini mid and Madman top. That could be a possibility, It'd be pretty good if Nymphora went bot. Nymphora Gauntlet bot, that's a really good lane, we've seen it time and time again. This lane just destroying every team on Earth, he's just on, and by Earth I mean New Earth, of course, like, this is our Earth, for sure. So this pause is taking forever, by the way, and this guy, who is that? That's Dark Green. Dark Green's being bad-mannered, that's pretty, I mean, we've seen it happening, and, like, bad banner like that can be punishable, so hopefully he's gonna get raped during the game and showing him some good manners. But anyways, Madman solo top is gonna be pretty rough to kill for Chipper and Ra lane, but I mean Ra's gonna farm pretty hard, so that's good for us, for the Legion team, I mean. Then we're gonna see right now what's happening. Oh, Gauntlet mid actually, so it's gonna be a Madman and Nymphora lane. This is pretty interesting. So we see right here, Gauntlet with no shield against our range mid. That's pretty bad news for him. I mean, he's probably gonna get ripped by this Polywog. We've seen, like, this Polywog is, like, we've seen him play. He's just tearing people up over and over again, you know. He's just probably gonna get the first blood right here already. This is just unreal. He's gonna force the gauntlet to actually pot right here already, you know, the game just started. So, at top lane, it's actually Gemini, like expected. Gemini needs to soul and get 6 ASAP. You know it, Phil. Oh yeah, for sure, I mean, like, as soon as Gemini 6, he can burst for, like, at least, like, 25 million damage, so, like, why not solo with him, you know? You should jungle, actually. Well, Phil, I mean, Wellsoul's actually in the jungle. That doesn't matter, Breaky, you don't know jungling, I know jungling, I'm the Legionnaire Master. Alright, yeah, you're right, you're here for competitive insight, Phil. So, actually, we see Poliwag kinda not farming too much. I mean, he's having trouble to CS at the tower, and this Gauntlet actually denying at the tower as well, is manning up. But taking some heavy harassment because of poor item choice at the start. Like, who goes shell this first? No one cares for that item anymore. And they actually try to hook the Poliwag mid, and he's gonna get grit right here in first blooded for sure. Gonna get taunted and first blooded, and we see Yellow dropping the G's, and like, what is this, a K-pop song? Like, this Poliwag's probably gay or something. So, anyway, now that we know Poliwag's gay, we see actually the bottom lane getting really pushed up. The Madman's gonna have a good time farming, but we're gonna see if they can capitalize on that and actually get some kills on Flint. It's gonna be very interesting lane bottom for sure. So right here we see Poliwag actually picking Tongue-Tied level 2 instead of Morph. So we're probably gonna see some big ward traps that are actually like, you don't even need Morph when you're actually like just next level Poliwag player. You actually get Morph later, more damage from Tongue-Tied. So hopefully he's not gonna like get some lag spikes and man up and just dominate this game. But we see actually Gauntlet hooking the Poliwag in the tower, but I mean, it doesn't matter. Poliwag has boots in a bottle already because of first blood gold, so this is pretty bad news for this mid Gauntlet. We actually see Ra manning up behind the tower, actually trying to kill the Wellsoul right there, but the Wellsoul is playing smart, you know, is just pretty low HP already somehow, but I mean, he bought some tangos for some reason and actually gonna regen up. But Ra manning up on him. If he had Ignite, he could kill him, but he's only level 2 for now, so we're gonna see what's gonna happen. And we see, of course, Flint right here getting picked off. Amazing camera work by Dangerous Dane, getting the end of that kill. I mean, we could actually like guess what happened there. You know, just Madman slowing this Flint, Nymphora stunning it after. Like nothing Flint could have done. I mean, the lane's pushed, of course. Big plays from the Legion side. I mean, we see D1 Daneek actually being an amazing lane controller. So there's nothing Flint can do really. Gonna have to wait for the Legion to actually level up, get his life tube, and actually Legion's actually pulling. They didn't ward the pull, so they're gonna lose lane control pretty fast right here. And right here we saw Poliwag getting actually a regen rune, so he's probably gonna destroy this Brown even more. Very bad news for this Brown, but I mean, you can't have it all, you know. So Brown actually leaving the lane, going bot it looks like, but I mean, like, what's he gonna do? Like burst with his level 4 damage? That's not gonna happen on anyone yet. No boots, he's losing. This is an error we see time and time again, you know. Like, can you explain for it, Phil? Explain it for me, Phil, please. Well, you know, like you see in low-level pub games, well, actually, I have kind of like some difficulties to explain it because I mean I've been I-tier player for so long, you know, like playing in the 1900s and shit. So like we see low-level pub games, like people calling for ganks at low levels when the mid doesn't even have boots yet, and you just get destroyed, you know. It's just the people back out. You just wasted like 2 minutes running bottom with no boots, and you just get destroyed mid after. So that's a really bad decision, you know. Oh wow, like Phil, that was the best insight you gave us in actually maybe 19 months at least. For sure. What the hell, Bricky? I mean, like, I'm here for competitive insight, you know. It's just I always give good insight. What the like? I don't get it. Oh no, it was a joke, Phil. It was a joke. I mean, thank God you're here. I can't imagine doing this without you, Phil. So, thank God again. You know, I'm just joking around. So we see actually Gemini getting level 6, so it's kinda like the game's over already, but Polywog Priest actually getting an ace rune top. He's gonna gank top as soon as he finishes bots. Like bottling takes forever. Gemini diving really too far and dying, and we see this wall, so we know HP is gonna get one-shotted by this electric jolt. Like Poly's not even gonna fucking, like, he's gonna spam before getting the kill. Like boom. Yet again with his K-pop macro, like it's just, this is kind of sad for him. I mean, I wish he'd be less gay, but I mean, you know, we're not gonna start making fun of like sexual orientations and stuff right here. Yeah, you're right, you know, look, it's like, that's just bad for the game and like the HoNCast reputation, and, you know, you can't really make fun of anyone here. Like, just don't start Breaky. So right here we see Polywog actually dropping the ult on the defensive tower. He's actually gonna get it, and we see a big gang by Legionnaire actually charging on him for a spinning. Madman mangling up. He's actually just gonna stealth and get back right away. So we see a very good gang by this Legionnaire actually being active. Like you see most Legionnaires actually just sitting in jungle for forever, and that's just useless. And then we see Raz actually gonna charge. He's actually gonna hold the ice right here, and Raz gonna charge on it and double stun it, and Gemini's gonna fall again. This is terrible, but Gauntlet actually coming in. Polywog's actually staying around his ult like a pro. Like, this is just amazing Polywog play, and actually just gonna back after this. He needs like 15 mana for his nuke. He's actually gonna man up on this wall, so there's a creep wave on him. He's actually gonna taunt him, and Walso's gonna fall as well. This is amazing. This Polywog's actually spamming some more. Jeez, this is just like showing the bad manners to this Walso, you know. Walso's like, oh, we're gonna unpause at the start and actually hope for like Legionnaire not come back. That doesn't happen in this level of play. People come back. This is serious gaming, you know. Like, you have money on the line. You actually come back to your game and actually try to finish it. This is not gonna like be a 4v5 or anything like that. But I mean, so I mean, we see that happening time and time again. Like DCs, people pause. They actually wait. You know. What do you think about that, Phil? Well, you know, like, Walso might have tried to get like the 4v5 just because he's really like terrible at this game. So, because he's actually making this a 4v5 for his own team. Yeah, that's a wow, Phil. This game, like, you're really on the ball. This game, Phil. This is just amazing. You know, I really can't remember the last time you're like so insightful and actually helpful to me. This is just I'm loving it. Well, I mean, Bricky, you actually just don't realize when I say like smart things. You just don't get it. You're not on my level of thought. You know, you're just like, oh, this is not right and stuff. No, you're the wrong person. He's actually charging Legionnaire on this. He's gonna taunt Ninfor. Ninfor is gonna fall easily. If he rockets some chipper, actually showing off his AM Execu chipper skills and just landing them. Like we know, like AM Execu is really famous for that, like landing rockets. So, you know, this orange player is actually holding his ground compared to the like brown player on the other team. We're gonna see actually Polywog Priest is actually gonna try to man up on this madman, but failing horribly. Backing up and then actually dropping his ward on the tower, or not. Gauntlet is there, so he's actually not gonna drop anything right now. Pretty smart play by him. So actually we see Ra farming up at top. He's gonna have his Helm of the Black Legion soon. You know, like when Ra actually gets a Helm of the Black Legion before the 10-minute mark, he's gonna snowball for the rest of the game. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, we see Ra actually like snowballing in like pretty much every game, even if he gets it really late. That hero can't be stopped. It's just a matter of time before he gets the farm. But I mean, you can actually stall it for a few minutes. But I mean, he's actually free farming top right now, so nothing's gonna happen to this team. So, Phil, what do you think about that gank bottom? Actually, they're actually manning up on this Flint, but Flint is turning it around. Polywog's keeping bot. Manman's manning up. This Ninfor is manning up. He's actually gonna get rooted. No, he's not even just taunted and some G drops right after that. Madman and Gauntlet going back. They're low. They can't do much here. Raz actually ganking the jungle is actually gonna try to get like a triple kill because Gemini is 2 heroes and Wildsoul is 1 for now. I guess it's like a quadruple kill or something. So we see actually Madman regening to full HP, so this push ain't gonna happen, you know. Polywog is just gonna roll back mid, push mid. Like we've seen these push strats happening over and over. Well, Ra's actually gonna main up on Walsall right here. Look at that. Like he's gonna main up on Walsall and kill it. Actually, I mean Gemini is actually gonna pick up a kill right there. Those big plays by Ra. I mean, it's like someone else is playing for him. Like it's like two people playing on the same hero, you know. So it's just amazing play by this Ra. We see Vote to kick again. The guy who's actually really bad mannered, and we see Ace Rune top. Chipper's gonna leave it there, while Polywog's actually finishing the tower. He's gonna come out Polywog mid, in case Gauntlet hooks him or something. No, he's actually not gonna leave it, and oh my god, Gauntlet is gonna get the deny. So this Polywog's actually failing pretty hard right here. Yo, Phil, you can pick it up when I you know, when I stop talking. You can talk. Phil? Oh, I'm sorry, Bricky. My mic was off. I mean, I was actually talking right now. I was saying like how this Flint's actually coming back from, you know. He got an early death, but he's actually like, you know, we see some people panicking like, oh my god, I died before 6 minutes, this game is so over, you know. But this Flint is just like this, it's lag underscore, you know. That player, you can't stop him. Any hero, you can shut him down like he's 0-7 solo mid, it doesn't matter, you know. He's gonna come back and carry his team. So like they're not aiming for the right player right here. And we see actually Ra trying to kill Walsall, but Walsall's actually with the decent micro on his bear, not too good, not too bad either, you know, just good enough so Ra can finish him. And we see Madman actually porting top, and Ra's like already saying he's dead and stuff, but he's not dead at all. He can just like badass destruction downhill and he's gonna be fine. That's what he does. Like he's so smart. Like this player, Deadly Tower, you know, is just arguably one of the best Ra players around. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, we've seen him pick Ra like every game. It's not banned. I mean, he's so good. Like the players actually have to respect ban Ra against him. So, and we see Polywog actually tongue-tying after nuking, which was probably a bad decision right here, and getting ganked by Gemini. But he has his ult, so he's gonna just ward trap this Gemini. I know he's gonna miss the ward trap. This is just terrible play right here by Polywog Priest. Get it going back, and Gauntlet just airballing on that ult like. That was not that old, that oak, I mean, that was just, I mean, not even gonna comment. Oh yeah, for sure, I mean, it's pretty clear that Gauntlet player is inexperimented, like, his plays are pretty decent at most, but, I mean, it's not me playing in these high-level games, so I can't argue too much. Yeah, you're right, Phil, like, we see that time and time again, like, you know, low-level players actually thinking they're better than they are, and like it's actually good to see you actually like realizing you're not that good. Oh, Bricky, you're actually like telling me I'm a low-level player or something right here? Is like what you're trying to say? Wait, no, that's not what I meant. I mean, I don't know. Oh, we see actually Flynn getting initiated on by. Oh, he's gonna die right here. Polywog actually just trying to kill Gemini. Nothing's happened of it. It was a pretty good stun by this player. Like. I sack Clark. I mean, he's a good Nymphora player. Like, Nymphora should have been banned for this game. We've seen him dominate, just like porting all around the map and actually winning games for his team. So we're gonna see what he's gonna do this game. The map for the Legion side is actually pretty dark right now. I mean, it's kind of like no one's warding on their team. It just looks like that. I'm not sure, but I mean. Who's gonna ward like all their heroes? There's like no support really, so maybe Sean wants to main up and just buy an 100 gold item and just get done with it. So right here we see like the Hellborn team actually concentrating in mid, but backing right away. They're gonna have to take some towers soon because they're gonna fall behind in gold, and it's gonna matter for sure. So we see it right here. Yet again, Ra actually being way deep in the enemy territory, just maining up, farming the jungle, so we can see like they actually are pretty, like, they just keep coming for him, and they're not gonna get him. Like, seriously? Just stop trying, this is just pathetic. Pointless, I mean, they're actually gonna kill him right here, but he has his ult and he's gonna pat down, like, it's too easy, you know? So we see him yet again, making some big plays, actually taking the time of 4 players, and we see Brown actually manning up right there, but then dying, actually killing Rob before dying. This is a pretty good play, and M4 just whiffing completely on that stun. Polywog Priest actually gonna go help Flint with the Gemini. But we see Man right there, and he's pretty strong right now. So Gemini is actually splitting up and splitting back in like the OP hero he is. And then we see Polywog Priest actually trying for a blind ward trap with no mana really. I mean, it's worth a try. Nothing too much happened of it, but I mean, he's just gonna back port out, go to base, and mana up. So we see actually Teal trying to defend top, even if there's no one pushing it really. But I mean, it's fine. Pushing mid is a pretty bad decision right now. I mean, we're gonna see the Legion team actually waiting for the Polywog Priest ult to come back up before pushing, and that's gonna be pretty smart. Because I mean, that's their main pushing power. They have the Flint Flare, but that's like nothing, you know. You see actually most of the Legion team actually being in the Hellborn jungle and, you know, controlling the map. Nymphoria yet again landing a stun. Ra actually manning up, and the PK on Legionnaire actually getting shown right there. Like, just PKs and taunts right away. Ra's actually getting manned up by many wolves and many bears. Man's actually gonna fall. No, he's not gonna fall. This Polywog, pretty bad play right there by the Polywog. The Gauntlet's actually gonna get tongue-tied, and Flint's just gonna back, you know, which is the right decision. We see actually Polywog Priest trying to port out right here. Is he gonna make it? Is he gonna make it? No, he's not. He's actually gonna get stomped 0.1 second before actually porting out. So that was a good try, but you know, Gemini, Gauntlet, just too much burst. And then we see Brown actually getting out the swear words like, bitch, where are you going? And this is just like bad manners yet again from the Hellborn side, and getting killed right back up by the Flint. And the Flint's actually juking around the trees, using his phase boost and adventures, and Teal actually TPing top instead of bot where the towers was actually dying, and just, you know, helping out. You know, that's fine, helping out his friends, you know. Man taking the bot tower, he's gonna have his either Null Stone, which he should go for, but he's probably gonna go for a Cleaver because he wants to farm for some reason. So we see actually the game slowing down a lot. We see this like time and time again, you know. Teams actually getting some kills early, and then both teams are kind of like scared to keep going, you know. And this is normal, you know. Like after a few deaths, you're tempted to stay back, staying back and just farming, and you know, which is completely understandable. Polywog trying really hard to get level 11 in mid lane, just, you know, farming there, and finally getting it. So you get some more pushing power for his team. There's a semi-big push in mid. Top should actually roll mid and just come try to gang some people right here. We see Gauntlet at the tower range. He's actually gonna get taunted by Legionnaire, and then big leg spike by Polywog, but still, no, not ward trapping actually. Huge leg spike. This must be like the servers, S2 servers or something. I mean, nothing else can explain it. Surely not computer specs or anything. So he's actually gonna try to push mid, and we see actually like Chipper denying the catapults, actually pushing the tower and almost landing deadly rockets on this Nymphora. It's actually Man's gonna get tongue-tied for full duration. No one's gonna kill him. Polywog Priest is actually gonna get stun locked by like everyone, and Nymphora actually might die if Legionnaire can get a spin off. He's not. Oh, he actually charges it and gets the kill. We see Gemini actually picking up a hat trick. This is very bad for the team, but Flint in the meantime is actually pushing the bot lane, which is really good for the team. You know, if you're gonna die mid, you might as well just be useful somewhere else and push. So, actually picking up some farm, finishing his Alchemist Bones. So, we're gonna see what happens right here. The Hellborn team is actually gonna pick up their second tower. I mean, Boo Boo, Gemini, Wolves, and Gauntlet can't stop that, you know. Flint's actually gonna try to snipe the eyes, but he's actually gonna merge right before. So the tower falls, of course, like everyone, and Flint's actually gonna buy. I mean, no. Almost baited their team to dive him and kill them all, but nothing happens of it. So we see him just farming mid, farming away, and the team's actually gonna push mid yet again. You know, the tower's half HP, and you need to get some gold advantage on this Gemini. You know, like otherwise you're just gonna keep dying, and just nothing's gonna happen. We see Madman with a TP bot, so he's probably gonna TP, and Nympho are actually gonna get picked off big time, and this is the cue for the Legion team to 4v5 push his tower. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like, whenever you get a hero advantage, you need to capitalize on that. Like, doesn't happen often in the games. Yeah, for sure, Phil. Yet again, like, dropping some intellect bombs on us, like, for at least the third time in 6 months here. Very appreciated. And the Hellborn team actually wasting the demonic fortification and giving the tower to Flint. So Flint is gonna farm away. We're gonna see the push keep going. Actually, Polywog's gonna drop the wards on the tier 1 tower, and probably back right after that. I mean, just get some damage on the tower. The more damage you can get, the more it is. Oh, and wow, huge ult by this Gauntlet, actually catching 3 people, but Flint staying at the back and actually killing this Madman. Legionnaire not dying, he's just not dying, and where's this Gemini? I mean, we've seen him being the top damage. Actually, Polywog rooting the Wild Soul, Flint manning up on him, and he's gonna, Wild Soul's gonna fall, but Flint actually dying to a Warlock, so this is just bad luck, you know. It happens, but it's just terrible. We're gonna see Polywog Priest actually TPing bot. Surviving this fight gave him the levels he needed. I mean, not enough farm this game, really. And actually getting the farm he needs right here, finishing his tablet. Or is he actually gonna go for a blink and a Gnome's Wisdom? That's a very good option as well for him. You know, just keep picking off those people and keep the pressure. You know, you need just keep dropping the wards mid and actually winning the game eventually. So we're gonna see what he does right here. He doesn't seem sure, you know, he's actually like running bot, he's just running around, thinking about it, not buying yet. And the meantime we see Legionnaire actually TPing top. You know, Legionnaire has pretty good farm for this time of the game. When he's gonna get his souls, like, this is just gonna go very bad for the Hellborn side. Hellborn side, by the way, very hard to inspect their items, you know, because Gemini is always in the wolf form. Chipper actually not gonna man up on this Nympho he could have killed easy. But I mean, can't blame him, you know, just playing safe. So we see actually Polywog picking up a portal key. He goes for the blink route, and I mean, you can't really blame him, you know, you gotta capitalize on the enemy mistakes. So we're gonna see how he does that. Flint actually going for Shieldbreaker route, it looks like. Picking up his Warhammer first. Madman finally finishing his cleaver, which he kinda looked like he had 15 minutes ago, but he never really finished it. We see some pretty good farm on Ra as well. Finishing in some of the Black Legion is finishing his and Gemini right here actually manning up on this Polywog Priest, finishing his Shaman's address. Sorry. So we're gonna see double pressure right here. Flint bottom, Polywog mid. What are they gonna do? Like, this bottom tower is gonna fall for sure. They have no fortification, they wasted it on mid tower, and it's gonna fall to the Legion. Polywog actually like doing whatever the fuck he's doing, and lagging really hard, cheaping one of the 2 dogs. And Madman manning up on him, but blinking out right there. We see the pickup being very useful. Raz actually TPing top and missing the deny. Flynn getting manned up on Gemini and just getting absolutely destroyed. Chipper trying to help, but I mean he's gonna fall as well. This is just, you can't have Gemini just roam around the map and just picking off people like that. He's probably the strongest hero in the game right now. And it shows right there. Picking up a double tap yet again. We see right here, Invis Legionnaire is probably gonna try to taunt the creep camp with Wall Soul, but it's probably not gonna work. He's actually just gonna charge right here, manning up on the Wall Soul, and nothing's gonna come out of it. That's too bad for him, but I mean, you can't have it all, you know? Polywog actually picking up a Neophyte's book, but I mean, he could go either Gnomes or Tablet right here. You can't really tell right now. Top lane pushing in. Mid lane pushing in from the Hellborn side. We're gonna see what they do right here. Well, I mean, Bricky, you're gonna see the Hellborn side for sure backing out, cause, you know, just cause. Well, Phil, we have you here for competitive insight, not just like assumptions on whatever you actually base that on. Well, I mean, Bricky was obvious, like everyone knows why they did it, it's just obvious, you know? Well, Bricky, Phil, I mean, like, can you explain or something? Why they back out, or, like, this is why you're here, you know? Well, I mean, Bricky, I already told you, you know, it was obvious. So, what else do you need? So we actually see a 5-man push right here from the Legion side. I'm gonna cut you off right here, Phil, because you're just useless right now. Polywog dropping his wards on the tower. The tower is probably gonna fall right here, or actually, no, it forces them to use their fort again. A Legionnaire with a big taunt and picking up them for right away. Boo Boo's gonna fall. Fire and Ice actually use the sheep on Gemini. He's gonna fall to the auto attack. And the tower's gonna fall, and this is the Rex, folks, for sure. Like, the Legion team making some big plays right here. Legionnaire actually going for more kills, even though the Rex should die right here. We see the 4 Polywog wards still up, and Madman actually manning up and killing the Ra ult, or racing the Ra ult actually. And we're gonna see the Legion team actually here backdooring the bottom lane. For sure, I mean, Gemini is not up, that's their only DPS, or actually Legionnaire's gonna man up right here. But I mean, Ra tanks way too much. You see big lag spike on Polywog Priest again, he's just like standing there and doing nothing. In the meantime, Legionnaire actually manning up on them. Polywog's gonna blink in back and actually get enough damage, or not. Flint actually dying too fast, and no man on Polywog to actually CC this Madman. Chipper's gonna get killed by the towers. And that's the cue for the Legion side to actually back up. They were greedy right there. Should have just went for the bot tower, you know, it was free tower and didn't take it. I mean, can't blame them really, it's them fault, you know, just getting some more kills, you know, oh, we won the game, we got some racks, I mean. But no, bad decision right there. Hopefully they won't actually lose to this. Hopefully we're gonna see Gemini just getting burst down like that, and, you know, we actually saw the flaw of their team, you know. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, their team clearly lacks the key element of this game, which is crowd control, you know. Oh yeah, oh, for sure, Phil. That was great. Thank you. So, we're gonna see right here, still Polywog with a bottle in his stash. I think I'm actually gonna sell it right here and pick up a Gnome's Wisdom. So, we see Polywog actually achieving close to 400 gold per minute right here. So, you know, he's gonna be able to take over. We see Ra right there getting picked off in the jungle. This is a pretty bad death, and the Hellborn side is probably actually gonna try to push a tower from this. Yet again, we see some huge lag spikes on Polywog, and we see actually the Hellborn team going for Kongor, it seems, or actually it's Nymphora. We saw Nymphora get in there. I mean, what does that mean? What does that mean? You know, we're gonna see Polywog Priest actually blinking on this gauntlet, actually taking forever to actually sheep him. A big CC rotation, and Legionnaire actually killing before using his Childish. I mean, we see that mistake happens from time to time, but I mean, it doesn't really matter on high region heroes like Legionnaire, but I mean. And indeed, that was just a distraction. Gemini actually going to kill Kongor and picking up the token. This is very bad for the Hellborn team. They're gonna have to push hard or like kill Gemini twice, which is gonna be a pretty hard task. But I mean, Phil, what do you think about that? Well, you know, the Legion side has like their own overpowered things. You could say that Ra has a built-in, you know, Aegis or Aegis or you know whatever it's called in this game. So a token of life right there. Yet again, you see like the Legion team full of masterminds in the team. You know, just dropping the knowledge, and you know, it's just a blessing to have them here. So the Legion, so whatever, like I mean, the Legion side having a free token and the Hellborn side having 7 heroes. You know, you just need to find the right balance in there, and it seems that the 7 heroes are actually losing to the free token. So we're gonna see how this pans out. We see Gauntlet actually being alone right there in middle, and we're gonna see Chipper, Polywog Priest, and Legionnaire heading mid. I'm gonna try to pick off this Gauntlet. Gauntlet going back right there, but is he gonna... Oh, actually, the Nymphora gonna get Billing Clone right on by Polywog Priest, and Gemini is actually there. And Polywog Priest actually lagging really hard. Double Ward Trap or whatever. Or Gemini actually not dying there, like the hero, that, like whatever it is, doesn't really make sense. And Legionnaire actually KSing the Flint right there, pretty blatant KS on the, like the bullet was at like 2 inches of hitting him. So we see Walsall actually being alone right there as well. Polywog heading there, you know, big taunt by... And we see another pick off, so it's 3v5 right now, and Ra actually pushing the base tower. You see Madman manning up on Ra with his newly acquired Shrunken Head. Actually getting taunted by this Legionnaire, is actually gonna fall without even using Shrunken Head. Legionnaire taunt being a physical spell, huge counter to any hero who gets Shrunken Head. Legionnaire actually manning up way too much yet again instead of just taking the Rex and the towers. Gonna get jumped on by Gemini and probably gonna die. We see Polywog Priest with a big dot right on, and is actually gonna sheep one. And the tower actually gonna get denied. Legionnaire manning up on this Gemini, actually getting a taunt off. Polywog lagging yet again and making like a 2-inch blink. Polywog forced to actually just do something really stupid and just old, and he's actually stuck right there in the end of the map, and actually just gonna fall because this blatant bug who just keeps happening. Actually, we see that happening pretty often. In the meantime, you know, just Brown actually killing the Chipper, Mr. Chipper. But I mean, nothing new for this orange player. I mean, he's used to dying. It doesn't matter for him. I mean, he's dying, but taking it for the team. You know, it's his 9th death. But as a consolation prize, you can actually look at light blue score, score, and see he has 10 deaths. So, you know, orange not giving up. You know, just still a good game for him, doing some damage for sure, and being there for his team. In the meantime, Ra actually very close to picking up a Behemoth's Heart, and then while inspecting Lag's items, we actually get a Lag Spike, which is it's actually quite funny when you think about it. You know, Life has her way of just like, there's some funny word plays right there, and you know, they just keep happening. So we see Ra actually wanting to finish Barb before something, just before, you know, anything really. So Flint actually finishing a charge hammer. I mean, it's a pretty good pickup when you think about it against Gemini, which has 2 wolves, so you need actually DPS both at the same time. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like with the chain lightning, you can actually like DPS all the extra heroes that the Hellborn gets, so you can actually negate the free heroes they get and like make use of the free token. We see actually right here Polywog blinking on Gemini and holding both creeps, and getting Legionnaire to actually initiate right here, and actually gonna try to get his ult off, but he couldn't get it. Gemini is actually gonna stay alive for way too long, and actually walking in the sauce. Ra missing his stun. No, he's actually gonna land his stun on Gauntlet. Flynn going all the way around with his Ace Rune. Gemini coming back up from the token. He's actually gonna cause some huge trouble, and the Legion Courier actually dying and killing Blue's items. He's actually gonna lose his punch daggers. Gauntlet's gonna die to Ra and Legionnaire respectively, and actually Flint gonna last at him. We see Legionnaire actually getting picked off right here, and a pretty iffy initiation right there. It was a decent bait by Gemini, but we see like this Polywog's actually getting impatient, you know? We see him getting impatient. The game has lasted 35 minutes now, and it's like he feels the game should end right now, so like if you record these games or something, like the longer the games, the bigger the file. So we see maybe he has like some kind of like ecologic view for S2 and like wanting to not have big replays on their server or something. Maybe he's like some kind of guy like that, but hopefully his game is actually gonna finish soon. So we see right there Polywog actually TPing top and probably gonna get a kill on Walsall right there. And sheeping a creep instead of the hero, which was a pretty huge play right there. And Walsall getting away, so that was just terrible. Polywog actually gonna just drop his wards on the Rex. And actually just lag forever, apparently. Drops his wards for the Rex and forces a TP by Nymph, who's just gonna port back as well as Gauntlet, and his wards are just gonna hit the Rex and not really make anything happen. Too bad he actually wasted like 30 seconds on that Walsall and just get nothing out of it. So we see right here, Legionnaire actually gonna come mid and taunt both wolves. And maybe Gemini's actually gonna fall right here, which is, we don't see that happen often. You know, Gemini in big danger, Legionnaire is very close, Legionnaire is very, very close, and actually gonna taunt them both and gonna get the kill on that Gemini. We see Nymphoria actually roaming behind them and actually gonna get picked off, probably. No, he's actually gonna juke this Polywog. No, he's actually gonna not juke this Polywog. Or maybe. Legionnaire blinking in front yet again. Actually gonna get sheeped right there and just killed by Flint. So this is a big opportunity for the Hellborn side. Gemini getting picked off in the mid lane, trying to recover from that lane he's down. Actually, Legionnaire needs to taunt this Madman ASAP. Madman actually ripping through the Legion team. Actually gonna try to get away, but this Polywog's actually yes, he's gonna actually get him. Use his power supply and get enough mana to kill him. So this this Madman is actually dead, and he's gonna lag again. This is just terrible. So Walsall actually dropping right there, and the only survivor for the team is Gauntlet, and he needs to defend mid because the base towers are gonna fall, and you know, like, we know what happens when that happens. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like, when you have no base towers, you can't actually leave no lane unchecked, you know. If you leave a lane unchecked, it's just gonna push in and kill your throne, so you need to be on the ball all the time. He's actually taunting his Gauntlet right there. Gauntlet falling. Nice try by Nymphoria to actually save him, but now we see Gemini is back up, so this team's gonna get the both racks and get back ASAP, unless Gemini actually overextends right here. We're gonna see what he does. Yes, he actually overextended, but the Legionnaire has no mana, no HP really, so we're just gonna see the Legion team not being greedy, in contrary to the last time where they were too greedy and actually dying and just feeding the other team. This time, I mean, taking a second set of racks for them is huge, you know. 2 racks down, 2 lanes down. It's really hard to lose at this point, especially with a Polywog priest in the team. You know, you can just push the last lane very easily, especially with like his build. You know, getting posties very early. So we're gonna see what happens here. So we see actually the Chipper asking from his fellow big support players. I mean, we saw HoNCastMyself actually being a very well-known support player, actually telling him to place wards offensively, you know. You know, so just so you see the other team leaving the base. You can check their inventory when they leave the base. Do they have wards? If they do, you know they're gonna place them. So he's actually pinging the map and just, you know, 2 obvious spots. You know, those spots are very obvious, but I mean, if you actually get the chance to go in base and place wards right inside the base, that is very huge. You know, big vision. And we see actually yellow pinging there as I say it. This is just, it's like we're just connected, you know, or something, you know. So we're gonna see what they do. Chipper actually going Mission Impossible, while that is a very bad decision, you know. Kongor is back up, so we see the Legion we see a big backdoor right there. A big backdoor by the Hellborn side. Polywog TPing right back in. but is the rest of his team not TPing in? Polywog actually sheeping Madman right here. War trapping, a big war trap. He's got a CC chain. No, he's not. But I mean, Madman is stuck in there, you know. Just run from him, and he's gonna die to the Polywog Priest. And Polywog Priest actually spamming some G's. In the meantime, Legionnaire picking off Nymphora, who actually TP'd his team right there. So in the meantime, we see Gemini trying for Kongor, but the Legion team's gonna be smart and actually push the lane. Finish the Rex, or is Ra is just, he needs to go there, you know? And it's not a bad decision, you know, he's just taking a risk. He's actually less firm than people initially thought, and not actually killing Kongor fast enough. Double stun by Ra, sheeping both, and CCing both, stealing the Kongor, spamming some more Gs, Rock picking up the kill. The GGs are called out. Good game, well played, come out, and just the game's over, you know. Gemini actually calling a concede vote himself, the Token of Life staying there, Polywog going to pick it up with selling his power supply. The game's over right there. Oh, and Gemini is actually mad about the result. So we see Yellow calling him out right there, asking if he's mad or something, so we can, because this is very important, knowing the emotional stance of the other team. It's very important. Like, if they're happy, if they're mad, you can talk with them after, like, make some new friends, and it's very important. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I love making friends in this scene, and we see Madman actually invising in. He's like probably gonna come out in BKB out of his stealth, but no, he's not. And we see Polywog Priest actually rotating his spells and just Madman falling. Madman's dead. I mean, even if Polywog Priest lagged for like 15 seconds right there, it doesn't matter. Madman's dead. And actually, Polywog Priest blinking in with his Electric Jolt, picking up the last hit on that kill. Nymphora actually maining up. He's DC'd, actually probably people feeding him right there, Raz manning up on him, and the game's over. So, Legion team, very good game, you know. You see it happening. Good communication, wins game, you know. So everyone's happy, they won, everyone had fun. This is what the game is about.